Good morning, everyone. Namaste. I'm going to call on Archangel Michael to check the space to clear out all negative and lower vibrational energy from our mind, our body, our soul, our home, our hearts, our friends, our families, and our loved ones, as well as to place the white light of protection around us with this blue seal, as well as I'm going to call on Saint Germain and the violet flame, and Archangel Zachiel and the violet fire, Manama golden Christ light energy. Today, guys, we're going to be learning more on Saint Germain, the master alchemist, on spiritual teachings from an ascended master. So this is going to talk about Saint Germain in one of his lives that he's led, because just like us, he's reincarnated. Well, this is what I believe. He's reincarnated, and according to the book, he's reincarnated multiple times. So it's when he reincarnated as the prophet Samuel, and we're going to use my amethyst. So it says in the 11th century BC, Saint Germain was embodied as the prophet Samuel. He was an outstanding religious teacher at the time of great apostasy, serving as the last of Israel's judge and the first of her prophets. In those days, the judges did not simply arbitrate dispute. They were charismatic leaders who believed to have direct access to God, who could rally the tribes of Israel against oppressors. It says Samuel was a messenger of God's liberation and the seed of the Abraham from bondage to the corrupt priests, the son of Eli, and from the Philistines had slaughtered the Israelites in battle. He is traditionally named alongside Moses as a great intercessor. When the nations faced continuing threats of the Philistines, he courageously led the people in a spiritual revival, exhorting them to return to the Lord with all your hearts and to put away your strange gods. The people represented and beseeched Samuel not to cease calling upon the Lord to save them. As he was praying and offering sacrifices, a violent thunderstorm was unleashed, allowing the Israelites to overtake their enemies. The Philistines never rose again in the days of Samuel. The prophet spent most of his life in administering justice throughout the lands. When he grew old, he appointed his son to be judges over Israel, but they were corrupt, and the people demanded that Samuel give the king to judge us like all the nations. Deeply grieved, he prayed to the Lord and received the direction that must carry the mandate of the people. The Lord told him, "They have not rejected thee, but they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them." Samuel warned the Israelites of the dangers that would befall through their rulers, but they still clamored for a king. Thus he anointed Samuel as their leader and charged them and the people to always obey the voice of the Lord. But when Saul proved to be an unfaithful servant, Samuel pronounced the Lord's judgment upon him for his disobedience and secretly anointed David as king. When the prophet died, he was buried at Ramah of the Israel mourned his passing. So I love that. I love learning about history. And I just love learning more about Saint Germain and different aspects that had led him throughout his lifetimes and, to becoming Saint Germain, who is in charge of all ascension of the world, and the violet flame. He's also the 7th Chohan, and he's one of the most important Chohan that you should get to know. Him and also Almora, which is the blue ray. So it's Saint Germain, which is the violet flame, which is the 7th ray, and Almora, which is the blue ray, which is the first flame that you should get to know. I love you all. Have a blessed day. Namaste.